is photography. The word photography literally means drawing with light, which derives from the Greek photo meaning to draw. Photography is the process of recording an image on light-sensitive film or in the digital, electronic, or magnetic memory. A large variety of photographic techniques and media are used in the process of capturing images for photography. These include the camera, dual photography, full spectrum, ultraviolet, and infrared media, light field photography, and other imaging techniques. The photography is the art, application, and practice of creating durable images by recording light, either electronically by means of light-sensitive materials such as photographic film. It is employed in many fields of science, manufacturing, and business, as well as its direct uses for film or video production, recreational purposes, hobby, and mass communication. Photography became a contemporary art form of artistic expression. Journalists have utilized the camera as an instrument and tool to record major events and even personalities for advertising group to market their products and services. Largely, photography became a significant and powerful form of artistic expression. Honesto V2 covered generally major presidential activities from the administration of Emilio Aguinaldo to the rise of Corazon C. Aquino, also known as the man who caught them all film. Albert Garcia's award-winning photographs of the Pinatubo eruption, where a driver of pickup truck tried to overrun a cloud of ash from the eruption of Mount Pinatubo eruption in 1991. The photo was selected as one of the 38 emotion-packed of photos of all time by Huffington Post in the U.S. Eduardo Masferrer Cordillera Photographs. Masferrer was a self-taught photographer. Upon return to his hometown, he became preoccupied with taking photos everything significant according to his perception from the surroundings of Cordillera. Most of these photographs are the native Igorots. Jaime Zobel de Ayala. He is known businessman and art of photographer for the past 35 years. Zobel is the first amateur businessman and art photographer to be confirmed licentiate by the Royal Photographic Society and has been given recognition for his significant contribution, art, and culture in both France and Spain. Eduardo Masferrer Cordillera Photographs. Masferrer was a self-taught photographer. Upon return to his hometown, he became preoccupied with taking photos everything significant according to his perception from the surroundings of Cordillera. Most of these photographs are the native Igorots.
Contemporary art includes in its visual from the creation of comics and cartoons which became very popular. These cartoons may be considered a very famous since it contains social and political meaning from in newspaper and magazines. Nung lumaganap na yung American comics cartoon noong 1930s, ay na-inspired yung mga Filipino comics na gumawa ng karakter upang libangin ang mga mambabasa sa pamamagitan ng pagbibigay ng political insights at pagpapatawa. Yun yung nakikita natin sa mga magazines at newspapers. Marami na rin remarkable na Filipino cartoonists katulad na ng nila George Pineda, Danilo De Lena at Jose Villanueva. Kalas mga ambos. Sa 56 years niyang paggawa ng comics, nakagawa na siya ng 2 murals ay yung full na drawing, 15 published pages, 500 cartoons characters, 20 comic strips at 6 na movies. Siya yung gumawa ng mga ambo from Barrio Bulabog to represent Filipino in the midst and weaknesses in urban life. Si Marcelo ang the king of comics at nakaproduce na siya ng over 100 comics sa Ace Publication. Kabilang sa popular niyang gawa ay Buhay Pilipino, Jack and Jill, Lastic Man at Captain Barbell na minahal ng mga Pilipino readers.
Next one, we do have El Pidiotaro. Elpidio Taros was a top comics illustrator in the Philippines. Together with Mars Ravelo, they created Jezebel, a popular Filipino mermaid story. Taros began to write his own script. He wrote as well the Jungle series called Robina. Next one, we do have Steve Gunn's Ang Panday, 1970. Steve Gunn's Ang Panday was noveled by Carlo J. Caparas and illustrated by Steve Gunn. Ang Panday created the character of Flavio, an adventurous hero who saved the common people from wickedness of Lizardo, his arcanum.
Hello, ma'am. I'm Narishi Rilente. So, performing arts. Performing arts is an activity that is performed in front of an audience, such as drama, music, dance. So, what is the purpose of performing arts? The performing arts encourage children to explore their emotions, expand their imagination, and help them develop their own unique voice. Each discipline of music, dance, and drama engage a child's brain, body, and emotion in different ways to encourage their confidence.
Contemporary theater. Contemporary Filipino theater laid down the foundations of psychological realism in theater. Traditional forms of drama brought by contemporary messages in urban playwright that respond to contemporary issues and concern. So, ang contemporary theater is mga play or plays na relatable sa atin dahil yung mga character doon is pinoportray nila or pinapakita nila yung mga real problems na nagaganap ngayong panahon.
Orlando Nadres, Paraisong Parisukat, 1974, a short about how a young girl decides to choose to sacrifice love as well as idealism for stock-from-assistant life. Orlando Nadres was a stage, film writer, television director, and actor. In 1960s, he worked for Jimmy Randas and Sons Publishing Corporation, which later he inspired to write the Paraisong Parisukat. Paraisong Parisukat staged by Philippine Educational Theater Association at the Dulang Dambana in Fort Santiago, Intramuros, Manila. Paraisong Parisukat, ito ay hango sa 5 buhay ng empleyado na kung saan umiinog ang buhay ng kanilang pang-araw-araw sa kapirasong lugar na kung tawagin nila ito ay paraiso. Maliban sa may-ari ng tindahan at pagawaan ng sapatos, ginagampanan ng mga tauhan ng bawat karakter na may malaking ambisyon at sariling paninindigan, may mahina ang loob, ngunit walang pagkukunwari, may mapusok ngunit tapat sa gawain, at may kontento na sa agos ng buhay.
The Philippine Contemporary Dance. Philippine dance has played a tremendous role in Filipino culture. From one of the oldest dated dance called the Tinikling, to other folkloric dance such as the Pandango, Cariñosa, and Subli, and even to more modern day dance like the ballet. It is no doubt that dance in the Philippine setting has integrated itself in society over the course of many years and significantly embedded in culture.
Contemporary music is a type of classical music created recently. It was most often used to describe post-tonal compositions after the death of Anton Widern in the early 21st century. Contemporary music is defined by the circumstance in which it is composed, performed, or made available to us for listening. It has become more accessible with the rise of technology and the availability of music on all media sources. With technological advance, our attention spans have shortened due to the overstimulation that the internet brings. With that being said, contemporary music has become less structured. Who is Anton Widern? Anton Friedrich Wilhelm von Widern, better known as Anton Widern, was an Australian composer whose music has among the most radical of its milieu in its chair concessions. Even aphorism and the steadfast embrace of the novel atonal and 12-tune technique. OPM, or original Filipino music, referred largely to Philippine pop or popular songs, especially ballad. Contemporary music in the Philippines usually refers to compositions that have adapted ideas and elements from 20th century art music in the West, as well as the latest trends and musical styles in the entertainment industry. This brief introduction covers only the works written by the art music composers. The modern Filipino repertoire consists of pieces that have been written in 20th century, ages that have evolved out of such stylistic movement as Expressionism, Neoclassicism, as well as the so-called avant-garde and new music. Examples of contemporary music here in the Philippines by Hernani Cuanco. Hino was known for the following songs: Bato sa Buhangin, Gaano Kita Kamahal, Inang Bayan, Isang Dalangin, Kalesa, and Pilipinas. These works brought contemporary Filipino music to a higher level. The song Gaano Kita Kamahal, he added elements of kundiman. He played with the Filipino Youth Symphony Orchestra and the Manila Symphony Orchestra from 1960 to 1968. Modern musics are known as pop, rock, and rap. Contemporary music versus modern music. Contemporary music and modern music can have different connotation. While modern music can mean any music written since about the mid-90s. Contemporary music usually implies that the music was written more recently or perhaps music by living composers.